Hello guys, how are you doing? Let me trust you're doing good. Today we have this laptop to fix. This is Dell Latitude 7389, I believe so. The problem with this laptop is charging problem. Yes, the customer said this laptop has an issue to do with the charging. It's not charging. So I don't know whether the issue is there. So if it is not charging, actually it should power on. As I can see the backlight keyboard, you can see it's coming on. So actually it should display. Nevertheless, it doesn't have enough power in the battery. So as I was saying, if it is not charging, this laptop should be able to do what? To power on with battery alone. So let us see what happens actually. This laptop needs Type-C, so we are going to use the Type-C ports. I believe this is the one. Then we expect to see the light LED here. Can you see this point? Here there's an LED there, which should indicate whether the laptop is charging or not. So we are going to try and see whether it is charging. When you plug in, actually nothing happens. Yes, I can't see anything happening. What about the other port? The other port still nothing. Now, so this is very nice laptop. Can you see the screen? The way this is so clean. Yes. However, this particular corner seems to have been broken. So I don't know what happened to this laptop. Maybe it fell down and then the casing broke, or it fell down while it was in charging, while it was connected to the power, and then the ports were affected. I don't know. So the only way to know is to open inside, and then check actually what's going on inside the motherboard. As you can see, the model here is Latitude 7389. So that's the model for this. So let us open this back lid and then check what is happening inside. Yes, the back lid is out. Can you see how this connector for that LED is disconnected? Still, the battery seems to be also plugged out, and there are some pieces here. So I don't know what broke. Okay, so this particular part of the battery broke. You can see the battery disconnected. This one is also out. So what the hell is going on? So was it not charging because of this? Let us connect it back. We've connected back. Okay. Let us try to plug in the charger. We see whether it will charge or not. You need Type-C. Pay attention to the LED there. Type-C plugged in. Still nothing. And there's some wow. The LED is coming back. So actually, this laptop seems to fell down, and then some parts broke. Can you see this? There's another piece. The laptop is charging. Can you see that white LED? Now, to confirm that, we can also measure the voltage. I don't know whether we can measure safely without risking causing the short with those terminals. So I want you to pay attention to the meter. We turn it on. Voltage mode. The meter is on. I want you to pay attention to the voltages, whether the voltages are rising or not. So one probe to the ground, and then I need to be accurate here because it is also connecting to the ground. Some terminals here. 11 point. Don't have the voltage of the battery. It is showing 1.0. Now we know the battery is not taking any power. Yes, as you can see, it is showing 1.0 instead of at least 6 voltage. You can see you still have the light. Oh, the light is off. The light is back again. What the hell is going on? Since the light is back, let us try and see again whether we still whether we have the voltages. Black probe to the ground. Okay. So first, let us see whether the laptop is powering on. Where is the switch? The switch is here. The switch is on. So the laptop should come on. Indeed, it's powering on. F1 to reboot. F1. Let us see whether the battery is showing in the screen. I like us to see whether the battery is showing the screen. Yeah, it is not. And actually turned off. It turned off. What just happened? Did you saw the icon for the icon for the battery? was showing X. You have to let it back, plug in again, you power on, you see? What the hell is not happening? When I switched on, okay, it's coming on. But it is misbehaving, yeah? Sometimes it comes on, sometimes not. Let us wait for it to power on again, and then we'll see whether we still have that battery icon. Now the battery is back. Eh? Anyway, we don't have the password, and then at least you've seen what's happening. The screen is touched, so that's what we wanted to confirm. That's what we wanted to confirm. So it seems like sometimes this battery is charging, sometimes it's not. Let us test again. 7.8, that's what I expected. 7.83, 84. Now it is charging. Eh? Now it is charging. Yeah. You see, 8.65, 66, 67. We expect that voltage to keep rising, but it is slower. So since we've seen at least the laptop is powering on, I like us to open and check what's actually going on. There's so many things I'm suspecting. Number one, it could be we have the loose ports. Maybe the ports are loose. Number two, we have to check the diode, that is the charging ID diode, whether it is identifying the battery or not. Actually, the battery is out. I haven't even unscrewed the screws, but already it is out. So it seems like somebody opened it before me, and then that person never screwed it back. Yeah? Or the guy say it's now my turn to put it back. Anyway, I like us to disassemble this laptop and then check for ourselves what is going on. We shall start with the ports, that is the Type-C ports. Then from there, we are going to test whether we have any issue to do with the ID diode, that is charging ID diode. Then from there, we shall know what next. Have the motherboard out. Okay. The motherboard is out. So this is just a metallic structure there. I want us to check these ports. Huh? I want us to check these ports whether they are intact. I want us to check them whether they are intact. What is this? I'm seeing a greenish substance. Yeah, which are not good. I don't like those things. Check. Check this port. Is it dancing? This one? This one's still dancing. So that these ports are dancing. Yeah, actually they are broken. Can you see? They are loose. These ports are loose. Check this one. This one is almost falling down. Can you see? This one is almost even falling down. What about this? Even this. Okay. Now I believe this laptop actually fell down, and then the ports got loose. And then the ports got loose. So what you're going to do? You're going to resolder them. Yes, the best way to fix this is to resolder them back. In fact, no need for me to, okay, or we can just remove them. We can remove them and then we solder them back again correctly and perfectly. Better than factory. As what? As who normally say better than factory. And I'm not trying to fix. I know you know those people. Because you watch, unless you don't watch their video. No? So these ports you are going to desolder them and then solder them back perfectly. This one is out, though I can see some pins seems to be broken. That one also fell down. So the ports are out. Ports are out. Oh, this one is broken. Eh? This one, the pins are broken. The internal lines are broken. The pins from inside are broken. Okay, we put that one aside. What about this one? Maybe this is the one which was charging a little bit and then failing a little bit. Even these ones, the ports for this also, the pins for this also are broken. I know you might not be able to see them, but as I always say, just trust me. Just do what? Just trust me. Let us hope we are going to get those ports right now, and then we solder them back. Yes, you can see also this one. Even here from here, you can see we have the holes where some terminals should enter here, but it was not having any solder. That's why the ports were experiencing more pressure. And then to make the matter worse, the laptop fell down when it was plugged into charger. That's how these ports end up doing what? That's how these ports end up getting what? Getting broken. We thank God even the charging IC was not affected, or the TPS. The TPS is an IC which negotiates voltage for this port through the ports. I'm going to show that TPS right now, but first of all, let us remove the remaining solder here. So we are going to clean this part where we are going to solder another port. I want to make sure it is clean. And to clean it, we need to apply some solder there. And then again, we're gonna desolder it. Now, after we applied solder here, you're going to desolder it using the solder wick. This is what's called the solder wick. You can use it to desolder excess solder from where we want to do what? Where we want to solder another port. We use it to clean the excess solders. You do this way, and then it sucks out the solders out. Other than the solder wick, we can also use what's called what? Solder sack. I believe I have one of them somewhere here. In my table, I don't know where it is, but they are very best. They're best in terms of sucking excess solder from the holes where you need them to be clean. Once the solder is sucked, then you're going to clean this side here a little bit. Now, the place to solder the ports is ready. Now we need the ports. I don't know whether I do have them. Let us pray that I have them in my box. So here is my box, and these are some of my type C's. So let me just look whether I have which can help me there. Okay, I do not get any. I do not get exactly like. Okay, I do not like exact. Okay, I do not get exactly like this one. However, I got another one which is a bit smaller. It's a bit smaller, not long. Okay, I don't know whether it can fit there. I think there's only one way to find out. You have only one way to find out, and that is to do what? That is to solder that there. So let me use this one to hold it for me. The only way to find whether this one is working is to do what? Is to solder it here. We are not going to solder the two of them, but we soldered only one first to test. We are going to solder this only one to test whether it is functional or not. Now, since this laptop doesn't have any LED, let me just put aside these ports. Yeah, this one's in case if it will be working, we are going to use them. Then, this one is a bit shorter, but it should do the work. It should do the work. Since we do not have any LED, you're going to connect it there. Let me plug out the CMOS. We will put it back later. I want us to connect this LED because what I want to see is the LED. Nice. Now, we'll put it this way so that we can see the LED together. So the LED is here. Where? Yeah, we need the white light there. Type C. Get the Type C. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's nothing. You can't see anything. That's not happening. It's about the other side. It's not coming on. Not responding. Okay. Not responding. Now it seems like it is doing. Okay. It seems like it is functional. Okay, let us connect it. Let us have the screen. Maybe there's something wrong with the LED in this laptop. Let us connect it here and then we check whether we have any display on the screen. We will also need the switch. Okay. I now remember. This LED actually is for the charging. That one is used to charge. It can only show when the laptop is charging. Actually, I recently repaired a machine like this, and I was still struggling to see the LED. Then later, I found out that LED is only works when the battery is plugged in. Thank you. Sorry for that. I almost misled you. That port actually should work. The port which I soldered should work. I wish I had soldered all of them so that we close it once and for all. I am not going to connect everything because I only need the screen and the switch. I only need the screen here. This is the screen. What else do I need? I need 1, 2, or 3 cables so that it can help me to hold the motherboard in position, because I am not going to screw the motherboard. I'm not going to put any screw in the motherboard because we are going to open it right now back. That we do what? We do solder in another port. Let us find out. Believe this one is for the touch. Let us see whether you have any good news for us. Plug in the port. Switch. Yes, and actually the switch is on. It's powering on. I can feel the CPU is getting hot. Since this is the laptop and we had reset the motherboard, it must restart several times before. Yes, this is restarting for the second time. It must restart at least 3 times before we have the display. Boom! In fact, it just restarted 2 times. And then we have the display. What does that tell you? The port which we soldered is working properly. Even though it is not the actual port, it is not exactly the type C which was here, but it should work. It should do the work. The configuration are the same. Just make sure it is exact design. Just make sure it is exact design. It will work, because that port which I just soldered, I removed it from HP, a Latitude, then that is G4 and G3. Yes, I removed it from HP Latitude, then that is G4, G3. And this is Dell Latitude 7389. You see? So long as the design is the same, these ports are always, it can work. They don't discriminate. Let us now let us solder in the other port. Let us solder in the other port, and then we apply some solder there to make that one strong. The other port is this one. This is another exact port which can also work here. They are twins. They are partners. They can work together there. I was wondering where will I get another port, because I don't have actually. Getting these ports is not working the park. I believe you're seeing the way I do solder the ports. First, I need to apply some. I need to apply heat here before I place the port, so that I don't cause more damages to this port. Once I see the solder is melted on the motherboard, then I now come with the port, and then it is now intact. It is good. I release the water, then I hold the port for a few more seconds for the solder to solidify. Good. That's perfect. The good thing about me is that I have never soldered the Type-C port 2 times. I only solder once, and then boom, working. Just have to make sure the ports which you solder are of the same design, because the design for these Type-C ports are different. They're different. They are not always the same. So I don't want you tomorrow you will be soldering any Type-C ports to any laptop. No, it doesn't work that way. You will find that the designs are different, but they do work the same. They do work the same. because Type C is Type C. That's why you can use Type C for Dell to power on Type C, a laptop HP which is using Type C, or you can use a Type C for Lenovo to power on a Dell laptop which uses Type C. You can use the same Type C to power on your phone, because Type C is Type C, right? Yes, so we need to apply some solder here so that we make this port strong so that it doesn't break again. Next time this guy decides to throw away his laptop, you know, some other customers, you find them fighting with their laptops. That's it, guys. That is it. That is it. That is it. You just have to clean it a little bit. We remove this soldering paste, and it is intact. Whoa, very strong. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Very strong. You just clean here a little bit. Okay. Let us test this port which we just soldered, and us to test whether it is powering on, whether it is working. We do that because this laptop I do not have any LED. So which port we just soldered? This one, this one at the middle. Plug in Type C, and then wait to feel whether we have the CPU getting hot or getting warm. Yes, perfect. The CPU is getting warm. The CPU is getting warm. Ah, good. Good. I told you this one I don't normally solder twice. Once, and then boom, working. So let us put back this. Ah, these ones are perfect. This is very perfect, my guys. Very perfect. So that is it, guys. It's not a must that you find the exact Type C or for you to use in your laptop. If you want to solder Type C, just make sure the Type C you want to solder it have the same alignment or the same arrangement like the one which you are removing. Let me just show you this one a little bit. I want you to see this. These are the Type Cs which we removed. These are the Type Cs which we removed. They are black and longer than these ones which we solder in. Can you see the two twins? Can you see the difference? Can you see? This one is a bit black and that's long, very long, but the alignment of their terminals are equal. Can you see these legs, these pins? Equal. And then again here, these pins here also too much. These ones are broken. Where's the other one? It ran away. It doesn't want me to show you. Just flew away. Here, I got it. So this one again, you see, they are longer than these ones. Can you see? They are longer than these ones, but they do have the same arrangement of pins. That is why they do work. So what am I trying to say? It's not a must that you find exact ports, especially for the Type C. It's not a must that you look for exact Type C ports so that it can work. No. So this is your living testimony. Yes, this video you just saw it. It worked. Again, it's not a must that you look for Dell only. If you're looking for the ports for the Dell, it's not a must that you locate the Dell motherboard. You can extract any, so long as the ports are doing what? So long as the ports do what? Too much, to do have the same design. It started with it. Let us start with that one. Once it is intact, then we come in with this. You saw we soldered the ports from HP. Here, this laptop is there, and it worked. It did work. Where can I place this? There's a same aspect here. It is refusing to sleep in its position. I connect that so that it can help me to hold this motherboard in position. Where can I put this? Or is it supposed to just stay there? Okay, anyway. So give me a few minutes to assemble this, and then we test again. We see whether it is charging or not. So the motherboard is secured. Now let us put back the battery. Next is the battery. It's supposed to be this way. It's supposed to be that way. Let us secure it with some screws. Not secureable. First, let me put back this is B first. This is the NVMe 512 GB. Nice. You remember the battery wasn't secured. So let us try and secure it. Oh, nice. At least I got one screw. I need one more. It needs some special screws. Let me see whether I have some here. I think this one is good. You can use this one to secure the other side. Ah, nice. I only use that too. So next thing is to plug in the battery. Plug in the battery. Battery plugged. Battery plugged. Remember the LED? You plug in the charger. Start with the first port, and then 2. We have a light. Remember at first the light was blinking orange, and then it come back right. But now it is just steady white. That means it is charging. Let us measure the voltage in the battery. Let us measure the voltage in the battery to see whether it is steady. Whether it is steady charging. Plug probe to the ground. Plug probe to the ground. Ground in the end is any screw hole. And then the red probe to the positive terminal, which is here. 785, 86, 87. Oh, you're not seeing the meter. So you're at 7.87, 88, 89, 90. And actually the battery is charging. You're not disputing it. We are not. Okay, that was the first port. You can see the orange, the light there for charging is white. Okay, let us see the other port. I have 2 ports there. So where is the other port? Here. Plug in. We need a white light there. And then boom. We have the white light. Now let us switch it on. The laptop is switched. The white light for charging. Let us wait for the display. Before, since the laptop was not having any voltage and the battery, that is why it was shutting down when we disconnect the charger. Right now, the charger is plugged in here. Type-C is plugged in here. Can you see this? Then you have the display. Have the display. Press F1 to reboot. F1. We want to reboot into the operating system. And then it is booting into the operating system. So that is it, guys. That is it. It didn't boot properly. Inaccessible boot device. Does it mean that the operating system got corrupted? Okay. Let us reboot it. Let us reboot it. It should be able to boot into the Windows. I don't think the operating system get corrupted. Nonetheless, before today, the customer tried rebooting all those that time several times until the operating system get crashed. So let us pray that is not the issue, because if that what happened, we're gonna lose the. Oh my gosh, there's an issue. Boot device. This is either what inaccessible boot device. Because we removed the symbols, maybe we have an issue to do with the boot menu, that is F2. So let us enter the BIOS and see the boot order, whether the boot order is set correctly. To enter the BIOS setup with the Dell, press F2. Press F2 when the laptop is powering on, and then you're into the BIOS setup. So let us see. In fact, this is also another way we can diagnose and see whether the laptop is charging or not. There, you can't see anything. I'm so sorry for the reflection, guys. So sorry for the reflection. How can I help? How can this be of help? Anyway, just ignore what I am doing. So the BIOS setup of the Dell, you'll excuse me with my camera and the reflection from the screen. This screen is too bright, that's why it is reflecting from my camera. So with this laptop, with the Dell, when you enter the BIOS setup, you will find that the settings, then you have some list of items there. First, you have the general settings. What comes first? Of course, system information, but you don't care about that. What you do care about we want to see the battery information. The battery information is saying what? Yeah, the battery, thank God you can see it. You can see it. Yeah, nice. Can you see the battery information is at 6%? So the battery is at 6%. Charging, it is indicating charging. Health is good. AC adapter is 65 watts. Once you have those three things, once it is showing charging, number one, health of the battery, good. That's excellent. Then next, it is able to see the AC adapter. So it means everything to do with charging is perfect. Yes. If you have maybe AC adapter unknown, maybe we could have said we still have an issue to do with the ports, or we still have an issue to do with what? Maybe the charging system circuit. Battery, good. So we wait and see whether the percentage will increase. As you wait for that, actually it increase. It goes to 7%. It goes to 7%. So it seems like this battery was too low. So right now we are at 7%. Let us proceed. We want to see the boot sequence. Here the boot sequence actually it should boot because I can see UFI is able to see that you have the UFI. What about the legacy? Can we have the boot there? No, there's nothing in the legacy. So I believe we are going to boot under the UFI. We are going to boot under the UFI. Advanced boot order. Okay, everything seems to be good there. That's good. Now let us apply this and exit, and then we see this one saved custom. Yes. Okay. Then to exit. Let us pray that we will be able to boot. Right now it is preparing automatic repair, which should be good. Diagnosing. It should be able to fix the problem. We should let it self-diagnose itself. We see whether we can recover the operating system because this is very risky. Attempting to repair. I don't know whether they were successful in repairing. If not, the only option for this is to do what? The only option will be to flash this to flash this SSD. So let us wait and see whether the operating system will be able to boot fully. Still inaccessible boot device. Here there's nothing I can do about it. You can see we have the blue screen. Yes. Here there's nothing I can do about this. The only thing for this is for this flash drive to be what? To be formatted. So thank you so much guys. Please, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe, share with your friends, give us some comments. If you're interested in learning about laptop repairs too, please don't hesitate to contact us so that we can coordinate the way you will join our classes, the way we can help each other. We are very happy to be of help to you. In case again you have a problem with your laptop, please don't hesitate also to send it to us. We can repair for you and send back to you. You can either bring it yourself or you can send someone. But you can't even send as a parcel. It will arrive. This one we are not going to wait for this at the diagnosis. Yeah. Somebody is asking, how did I know that the problem is the operating system, the OS? Because that error, so let us restart it, maybe it will fix right now. Because this blue screen error, there's an error, there's a warning sign which is written below. So after that blue screen, something is written there. You could see the BIOS CPI error. You could see the inaccessible boot device. When you see inaccessible boot device, it means the problem is what? It means the problem is operating system. If it is the ACPI BIOS error, that will be a BIOS problem. Yes. Sometimes even if you're not able to recognize the issue, you just take a picture and then upload it on Google. Then you will be able to get some answers there. Then you will know what to do about it. Whether it is about the formatting, you can see stop code inaccessible boot device. It is written here. The last thing is written there. Stop code there. It is written. So let us remove the adapter. The adapter is removed. The laptop is still on. The laptop is still on. So though the light is indicating orange, to means that okay, it went over. Okay, it is restarting. You can see the orange. It shows that the battery is too low. It shows that the battery is too low. Anyway, let me just close it, shut it down, keep it charging. Then I'll call the customer in the next like 2 hours and tell him that we are able to find out that the problem, the operating system is gone. If you want to retry, battery is low. In fact, it's written there. The battery is too low. So let me just shut it down. I close it. Then we do what? We keep it charging for some time. Then we call the customer later to come and pick it. And then we see whether we will format for him this week or anything we can do after that. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for being patient. Don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends. See you in the next video. Bye bye.